I presume you and Farnham Town. I'm Ben Smith, joined by Farnham Chairman Harry Hugo. Harry, we sat 40 in a game that there was plenty of chances created, and really we get punished, but also, more importantly than anything else, if you get a chance, you've got to put it away, and we've learned that very, very quickly. Yeah, Ogo Obi, not in the starting lineup today. He was one that missed a chance early on. Owen Dean also had a chance to bring Farnham onto level terms in the second half with an effort that was saved, but it's Dean that gets the nod today out of the two.
Yeah, I think maybe try something slightly different today. I might see us play a bit wider at times with Bobby Joe and Sanders as the 10. I think we'll start to see that as a potential switch from just a straight 4-2-2-2. But what I would like to say before we get kicked off, this ground exemplifies exactly where we are from a level point of view. It's a huge step up. I'm not sure how much you can see it from the camera as we're sat just slightly back, but this is a proper football stadium, 5,000 capacity, terraces all the way around. We're sat in a huge 700-seater stand. We're in a press box. We were stood on the side of Leisure Centre, AstroTurf pitches only 2 years ago. This is a huge step up, and thank you very much to Dorchester Town for the hospitality so far.
Yeah, huge step up in facilities and a huge step up in level as Farnham have found so far this season. They are still unbeaten, but a couple of tough games in there. They had to scrap hard for that point at Gosport and likewise on Saturday. But Dorchester have had a tough start to the season as well.
Then I'm not sure where we'd go in that case. It sounds okay. No, we're all good. We're all good. We're staying put in our lovely press box. Where on earth are we going to go?
Yes. Chester, Harry, they had another one of the teams considered, along with Farnham, to be one of the favourites for promotion this season, but they let that lead slip in quite dramatic circumstances.
Yeah, they did. I think they'll be not the Masters. One of the fancy teams. They did do very well last year, and they would have wanted a better start than they've got. Farnham have probably it's been slightly above par. You know what you'd say? 4 games, you'd maybe expect Farnham. It's been an excellent start.
To Farnham Town, who do remain unbeaten. Got a difficult away trip today on an artificial surface. And lining up for them, it's Zaki Wallet in goal. Joe Jackson comes back into the side. It's Ryan Kinane who drops out with illness. whose opponents, Dorchester, line up as follows. It's Josie Casagrande in goal, Jack Dixon, Oliver Haste, William Smech, Harvey Wright, Wesley Fogden, Corby Moore, Joe Parker, who scored in that game against Watford and Hersham, Wayne Robinson, Matthew Buse and Thomas Smith, who's got 3 goals this season, all here in the 2 matches they've played at home. And on the bench it's Brett Pittman, who some of you might know from his days in the Football League, Brooklyn Gerasini, Charlie Wooding, Luke Pardo and Harry Hutchinson.
2 Football League legends in back-to-back games against us, Josh McCoy and Brett Pittman. But yeah, we're without Captain Canane today, and it was illness that means that he misses what I think is his first Farnham Town League game since joining the club. That was what my sort of vague recollection. We talked about it. He missed the start of Southall at home last season, but that was because he was coming back from my stag do. But he managed to get there for the second half and should have won the game. And if he's watching, he will know about that miss at the end of the game. But we're excited about this Farnham Town team. We're going to come and try and win the game. Not what we've seen so far from opposition teams when they have been playing against us, and they have been playing slightly differently to how they usually play. We've heard from lots of different managers across the league saying that they're very much going to expect most teams to set up like we've seen so far against us. You know, they're going to sit in a mid to low block, try and utilise the counter attack, trying to use set pieces as their threat. But it will be interesting to see how a team lines up against us at home, because Gosport were probably one of the most attacking teams we saw. They changed slightly, but they definitely tried to win the game.
Yeah, that was a real midweek thriller.
Humdinger.
Yeah. Farnham rescuing a point late that evening, just as they did on Saturday at home. They don't want to find themselves behind this afternoon, but we do know Dorchester can start fast here, as they did against Walton and Hersham. Not been quite so potent away from home, losing to Berkhamsted at the weekend.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see their shape. The rumour was they were going to play with wing backs, and they did so against Berkhamsted on Saturday. And it looks like quite a traditional back 4. Just 2 centre backs, left back on the touchline on the far side. Unless this 11 in front of us is playing right wing back, but we will see.
He goes down under Brandon Mason's challenge. Mason, who's slotted into this Farnham team seamlessly since arriving in the summer.
It's warm out there.
Yeah, it is.
25 degrees, and we know on these artificial pitches it's a few degrees hotter than that, so it will be a warm one for the boys out there. Farnham with only 4 subs due to Canane dropping out this morning.
Farnham have had their issues from set pieces this season, defensively. And that one's floated in. Stepney getting it clear. And then Mackenzie away. Adam Liddell happy to be in from the start this afternoon. And there was Robinson, just getting there ahead of Mason. But he's been an important attacking outlet, hasn't he, Mason? Not just from a defensive perspective. He won the penalty on Saturday afternoon and was, you know, an option all afternoon for Farnham.
Yeah, he's got up and down. He's obviously so adept at getting forward and finding those positions for crosses. I think one thing that Paul Johnson's been a bit disappointed with him so far is that final ball hasn't just been as it was in pre-season. It was so effective, but not quite done so yet in the full season.
Down the line there, and nobody in claret and blue able to collect, and that allows Dixon the chance to gallop forward. And he's given some encouragement. Farnham fortunate that Stepney's clearance
Muscled off the ball
awry, but they're still on the move here, Dorchester, with Ooze.
Physical start.
Harvey Wright. Dean tracking back, and Leggett taking no chances. But Lots of fans splattered around various parts of this ground.
Yeah, I'm impressed, to be fair. Farnham brought a decent amount of people. It's a long old way. It was sort of 3 hours plus for us. First true away day. Gosport, obviously our first away day, but only an hour or so down the road. Dorchester, a very different beast.
Yeah, especially after a Saturday game as well. Quick turnaround to bake in as well with the travel.
Yeah, and we've not a full squad by any means. 5 players out with injury or illness.
Long ball comes forward, again aiming for Robinson. Mason watches it, happy to let it go out of play, and even some of the players on Farnham's bench are far from full fitness either. We saw Uche get some minutes at the weekend. Evans is just coming back from a problem himself, so not been easy for Paul Johnson in terms of options. Herendeen cuts an isolated figure up there, but does enough to at least force the header into the path of Bobby Joe Taylor. He'll be looking to put the disappointment of the missed penalty on Saturday behind him. Probably the first foot he's put wrong in Farnham colours.
Yeah, he's had a really good start since joining in the summer. He will be disappointed with the penalty miss, more so because he doesn't. Well, the way this Farnham Town penalty system works, you don't really get another go at it.
Jack Dean playing at centre back this afternoon.
Wearing the captain's armband for the first competitive time as vice captain.
He's looking for Owen Dean, just a bit outnumbered in that part of the pitch, Farnham Town. Jack Dean's going to be able to win that header as well. Let's get an early touch for Sanders, and then Mackenzie helps it on. And those direct balls forward just not coming off so far.
Well, welcome to Bank Holiday Monday football. Thank you to our sponsors who are on screen in the top right: SCL, Rush, VCL, Vintners as well. Thank you so much for the support over the course of the season. It's because of the likes of those sponsors and people that watch that we can do things like this every single midweek game. Obviously we can't stream during the Saturday games due to the Premier League blackout, but we can do all of these midweeks, and Bank Holiday is one of the non-league days that the other teams don't really seem to play.
Drops for Taylor. He was looking to spread it across to Mason, and it was telegraphed and picked up now by Robinson. Mackenzie having to fill in at left back. Here's Robinson again. Dixon thought about crossing first time, instead cuts inside. It's Sanders this time tracking back.
Done really well, Daryl Sanders. Makes up for poor mistake from Bobby Joe Taylor.
Both Jack Dean and Joe Jackson have changed positions several times in the first few games of the season. Dean won a penalty on Saturday as a right back, getting down that right flank as he loves to do when he plays there. He's got a very different job on his hands today. And it was a rare substitute appearance for Jackson on Saturday. Here's Leggett.
That's good.
Joe Jackson looking to settle down after a relatively quick start from the hosts. Waller took his time and he's been punished, and it's a nightmare start for Farnham Town and a dream start for Dorchester, who pounce on the Waller mistake. And that's a mistake you can't afford to make at this level.
Yeah, it's a silly mistake. I feel it's been coming as well for Zaki. Got away with one at home. Was in the last game, I think. Yeah, it was Wimborne on Saturday. Got away with one very early in the game. Exactly the same there. Just seems to get the ball out. That's not a start that Farnham Town would have wanted.
Joe Parker was alive to it. And Farnham again find themselves in a bit of a hole. Waller has to live with that for the rest of the game. And Farnham look for a quick response as they go to that trademark Stepney to Dean diagonal pass.
Yeah, and that's been the learning so far at this level, is mistakes get punished.
Here's Taylor looking to get Farnham back on level terms. We know we can hit them from there. Just got to get these mistakes out of their system, haven't they, Farnham? It's not the first time they've given it away cheaply. Obviously, that was the worst of the lot, being in the 6-yard box, but happened at Gosport as well. And another artificial surface where you expect Farnham to play their best football. And he's interested again here, Parker. This time he's too keen.
They're lively, Dorchester, and they'll certainly be delighted to get into an early lead.
Dean looking to help it on for Little. That was under hit. Here's Haste. I wonder if Dorchester will look to sit on this lead or look to extend it as Waller is teased by the home fans.
Yeah, that's not the end you wanted to do it in front of, is it?
So done by Liddell, and now Dean looking to turn his man. Still got Liddell with him, and he's onside, and he's got Sanders looking to get into the centre.
Good take.
It's a real test of Farnham's mettle. 48 hours on from another difficult contest. They're in the wars again with Adam Liddell here. And now Taylor. Taylor gets it back from Jack Dean. He's got Jackson to his right. Looking for a pass through the middle, and Dean was a bit overstretched. Just looked like he fizzed it into Dean with a bit too much pace there, Taylor. Dorchester looking to kick-start their season after an underwhelming start, and they feel this is the afternoon to do that. They may have had hopes of another playoff push.
I think they still, very much will. It's obviously very early days. They're a big club in this league, as we can see with the facilities, and they did very, very well last year.
Had a little coming deep. Now Jackson into Dean, to Leggett, and his touch is cut out by Robinson. One back by Mackenzie, and now Sanders. Mackenzie looking for Liddell. He's got the right side of Dixon. On to Sanders, tracking back there. Robinson really well.
Really well.
He's an athlete, isn't he?
Yeah, he seems to be playing that sort of right wing back role. He's going to get up and down the 11.
Better passing though from Farnham. Warrington the target from Casa Grande this time, and Mackenzie wins the header. Sanders felt there was a foul in there. There certainly was a foul in there from Liddell on Dixon.
He's at Bright, isn't he, Dixon? The two stepping in from centre back. Happy to bring the ball forward. They look very comfortable on the ball in general, Dorchester.
Stepney gets the danger away momentarily, and a poor touch there presents the ball to Liddell. And it falls kindly now for Dean. He's got Taylor with him, not much else in the way of support though. Looking to push one through to Leggett, and it is with Leggett in the end via Adam Liddell. Jackson,
that's nice.
Now in support, and Joe Jackson. It's opened up for Jackson here. And he got the shot on target. Didn't find either corner though.
Yeah, it was an easy save in the end. Side-foot effort. Maybe not the player you want shooting from outside the box, Joe Jackson. But a nice move again from Farnham. Starting to get a bit more space.
There's Dixon. Invited to carry. Accepts that invitation. Mackenzie is fouled by Dixon.
Yeah, you can see what he's trying to do, Dixon, at every opportunity. Just sort of take a line of defence out for Farnham. Create an extra man opportunity. He's done so pretty well so far.
Zaki Waller probably can't wait to get down the other end of the second half.
I think they'll follow him.
Liddell asked to hold it up, cannot do so. Now Stepney. Sanders stepping into his own half.
The pitch is slow, isn't it? Like, it's sticky, obviously the weather doesn't help, but it's a slow pitch. I know that might sound crazy, but you can just see how it checks up.
Here's Leggett. Now Jackson. Nicely worked on to Dean. Jackson keeps going. Taylor now has it. Can he get the cross in? Comes all the way through to Mason. And then Daryl Sanders!
What a chance. Nice strike, nice move. Needs to hit the target.
You mentioned a moment ago you didn't want Joe Jackson to be the man with the previous chance, but that was the man you wanted that one to fall to. Farnham's number 10. So often, so accurate from that sort of range.
Good chance. And it's been a good response to the goal from Farnham, really. Haven't gone into their shells. They can't let things like that happen.
Mason hooks it out to Fogden. It's
a nice ball.
Cross. It's a really awkward one for Dean to deal with.
Nearly didn't get dealt with by Leggett and Jackson either.
Taylor.
Trying too much.
He tried to make amends and he commits the foul. They get on with it. Look to test Waller. He's not making any errors this time. Mackenzie. Scored on each of his away trips with Farnham Town to date. Sanders with a pass that gives Stepney work to do.
Chance here though for Farnham.
And he's just looked to nudge it through for Dean, and Dixon was covering. Dorchester have made a couple of mistakes themselves in those areas. They've not been punished by Farnham. familiar front two we've seen down the years of Dean and Liddell looking to combine. Another battle between Robinson and Mason. Mason was caught by the Dorchester player, who's not got any sympathy for the Farnham left back. It does just present an opportunity to get some fluids on board and pass over any tactical instructions. I think Farnham will be happy with their start, bar the goal.
I think the start's been terrible. I think very similar to what the rest of the start of the season has been like. Lots of sloppy passes in key moments. But that Sanders chance was as good as anything we've seen so far in this game, really. But the goal obviously came from absolutely nothing. And those are the things that Farnham are going to have to stamp out. They're too important. Can't be going into games at a goal disadvantage just because of your own individual errors. But I don't think the game hasn't got away from them quickly. It's been overall a decent start. Probably a fair, sort of classic away performance start. A few little chances for both teams.
Here's Leggett. He gets it on to Liddell, who this time does hold it up. Dean looks for Jackson, who is advanced. Whacked away by Spetch. Dean again. And Liddell into Sanders, looking to pick out Dean. And it's clever stuff between the two.
It's really clever.
Now Leggett. Taylor's on the move. Dean, good possession this from the visitors. Just a loose one from Jack Dean. Gives it away. Dorchester will look to cause some problems of their own. Dean will challenge.
That's better from Farnham.
Get the better of Dixon. Here's Liddell. Needs to work some space for a shot, which he does. Comes for Mason.
I felt like Liddell gave himself half a yard and didn't strike it, and ended up striking it half a second or so too late. But shown a nice bit of strike partnership there between Owen Dean and Adam Liddell.
Yeah, the ball up to Dean working, as it so often has for Farnham in years gone by. Taylor gets his feet in a tangle, but Owen Dean will pick it up.
Gets away with it.
Now Jack Dean. For Jackson and Taylor again. Still Bobby Joe Taylor wins the corner.
Better from Farnham. It's been a good 5 minutes. Have some praise from our right hand side in the stand. Not bad for a newly promoted side. In reality, Dorchester haven't really had a chance, but they lead 1-0.
Bobby Joe Taylor over the corner. Sanders lurking on the edge. Plenty forward for Farnham, including Stepney.
Has to score, Jordan Stepney. Got the run of the man. Came off his shoulder, I think, and then onto a Dorchester player. But he did everything right. The ball was a wicked one. Do you agree with me? It came off his shoulder there? I don't think he timed the header.
It wasn't a clean contact.
He stole a march on the play out.
He'll have another go. It'll be Stepney again! And this time he does!
It was a brilliant corner. And it was that man who I've just had a go at for the last 30 seconds, who again stole a march on his defender and nodded home. Nothing the goalkeeper could do about that. And Farnham are back, and probably fairly back on equal terms. Zaki Waller, a pleased man.
2 wicked deliveries from Bobby Joe Taylor. Both attacked by Stepney, this one successfully so. And a nice moment for him after what was a difficult afternoon on Saturday, wasn't it, for Stepney? Ended up being substituted, which you don't often see. But he's been sharp there, and he's got Farnham on level terms.
Yeah, and deservedly so. Farnham can now relax, continue their excellent game form since the goal that they conceded, and are back on level terms. Stepney only scored a couple of goals last year at Step 4. Scored very early at Moneyfields away. Scored a spectacular sort of scissor kick.
One back by Taylor. Farnham looking to get themselves into an even better position here. The ball was just too heavy from Taylor, who raises his arms in disbelief that didn't come off.
I'm not sure it was too heavy. I think Owen just looked for it to run across his body before he shot. It was a great opportunity. 3-on-2.
Farnham are doing a great job of winning it back from Dorchester in midfield. Transitioning quickly. There's a few warning signs they've had now, Dorchester.
Yeah, that was a real chance for Farnham. A real chance.
But much the better team since the Dorchester goal, which came early through Joe Parker. Here's Smith. It's just quietened the Dorchester crowd, who were enjoying themselves behind Zaki Waller's goal.
Yeah, what I would say, you obviously can't see it because of where the camera is, but it's a full stand where we are, it's 700. It's a packed stand behind Zaki Waller's goal. And then there's a smattering of other fans in the ground. There's decent little attendance in here. It's only on the way to 1,000. It's a nice ball.
It's got Jack Dean the wrong side here. Zaki Waller gets down well. This is a nice haste.
Yeah, we'll be pleased with that one, Zaki. Jack Dean giving a bit of a warning sign himself there. Yeah, I mean, even the abuse towards Zaki has calmed down now.
Dean.
It's a nice ball.
For Liddell. It's met by Spetch. The second ball picked up by Dorchester. Here's Dixon. They go direct again. And again, it's Stepney coming across.
A good start, Jordan Stepney. New father to Jacob. We wish him and Louisa well. She might be at home watching.
And he's not with his usual centre-back partner today either, so a doubly difficult task for Stepney.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is the back four that played against Eastbourne? Oh no, Bobby Joe played it right back, didn't he? Eastbourne and Dulwich had Stepney and Dean at times at centre-half. Saw Imran Uche there as well. Farnham definitely starting to win the ball back in better areas. Look more comfortable on the ball.
Jackson. Back into a bit of a corner. Leggett. Swept it around the corner. He gets it back again. It's got a bit sloppy from Dorchester, and here's Adam Liddell looking to profit from that. And now Sanders with Mason making the run to the left, and here he is. It's all a question of delivery from Mason. Wasn't a bad one.
It wasn't.
Now Leggett.
Better from Farnham. Finding the pockets. That's good from Bobby Joe.
And
really good.
It's not brought down, according to the referee, and Taylor can't believe it.
Neither can I.
And Parker looked to just win that battle with Dean, but is unable to.
Not really sure what Bobby Joe was meant to do. Skip past him.
Yeah, you wouldn't voluntarily go down, would you, in that situation?
He skipped past the first man. Did what he needed to do on the second.
Here's Dixon. Taylor commits the foul that time, but they're not allowing Dorchester any time on the ball, are they? Taylor still talking about that previous incident.
I don't blame him, really. Not really sure what else he could have done. Man to my right thinks he should be booked. He's been vocal so far.
It's good to get a second opinion, isn't it?
Yeah. Didn't realise he was part of the officiating team.
Floated into the box. Stepney's beaten in the air that time. Mason gets it out. Just past the half-hour mark. Farnham were behind, thanks to Joe Parker. Here's the Farnham goal scorer, been turned around there by Robinson, and that one flashes wide.
It's a great chance for Dorchester. Again, it comes from an individual error. This time Jordan Stepney. Farnham need to deal with things better back there, because it's the only things that Dorchester are creating are from Farnham mistakes. That came from nothing again. It was a great strike. We were right behind it.
Looking for that long ball up to Dean again. Collected by Booze. And Liddell this time. Another free kick given away, and Liddell pleads his innocence.
Yeah, I mean that one really didn't look like a foul. It looked like he just got the better side of the Dorchester player.
But they're certainly looking to pounce, aren't they, on those loose balls in those areas. Farnham Town.
Yeah, it's been a good first half performance. Oh, the goal.
This time the Dorchester keeper takes his time, but releases before Dean can get to him. Robinson
Dangerous.
Yeah, making life difficult for Mason down there.
Wayne Robinson.
On by Liddell. Spetch came across, and now it's Jack Dixon. Long straight ball forward. Nodded down into a good area. And Waller denies Parker, who's looking to double his tally for the afternoon.
Yeah, it was a nice strike, but straight at the goalkeeper.
Chances coming at both ends. So. Nice exchange between Mackenzie and Mason. Mackenzie fouled by Fogden.
They're probably the two players that haven't seen as much of the ball as Farnham would have liked, Leggett and Mackenzie.
They've gone direct more often than not to the front two. This is Sanders, who's also been quiet. Jackson.
That's good.
Yeah, he's not shy of going on these runs, Jackson. He's just played it behind Liddell.
Poor in the end. So Farnham need to make the passes count. Plenty of options for him.
A real battle going on between Mason and Robinson. Can't take your eyes off it. Dorchester looking to make the most of the aerial advantage that Robinson carries. Dixon. Another one for Stepney to deal with.
It just bounces weirdly, doesn't it? This pitch, that was a ball that would classically run out of play. Made difficult with how it bounced up in the air.
So it will be a Dorchester throw, and we'll see if they've got a long one up their sleeve.
Looks it.
Sizing up for it, but does have options short now. They go into Robinson. Just looks to thick it up. And it's another incident where he's caught Mason with that high boot. And again, he walks away without much consideration. Mason receives some slurs from the home fans.
Thoughts so far then, Ben?
Well, I think the response to the goal can't be faulted. I think the Liddell and Dean partnership, you've seen Liddell come deep, you've seen Taylor run off him, you've seen the only regret would be Sanders not really getting as involved as you'd like.
He's probably had the best chance of the game as well.
Yes.
Pull back for him.
Yeah, interesting to see how direct Farnham have been with that long ball up to Owen Dean, but it has worked to a degree. They definitely feel like the team that's ready to go through and create more chances.
It's a big pitch, is what I'd say. It's wide, it's long. It feels a lot bigger than back at home at the Memorial Ground. But yeah, Farnham need to make the most of the chances when they do break forward. That one with Joe Jackson, a recent example. The one of Bobby Joe into Owen Dean, another one. These are the opportunities Farnham need to make count. But it's been an even game, I'd say, but Farnham maybe had the better of it.
Yeah, neither goalkeeper have had too many saves to make.
Yeah, Zaki's had a couple straight at him, hasn't he? The other chance was for Robinson on the right hand side.
Again, they go direct to Dean. That's just going to run out of play. As we count down towards half time.
Yeah, we won't be staying with you for half time due to battery issues. Conserving our battery to make sure we can bring you the full 90-minute broadcast. But it's been preying off scraps really for both teams. Nothing really free-flowing other than a few nice Farnham moves in the middle half of the half.
And you can sort of tell that both teams have played 48 hours ago.
Yeah.
Zaki Waller again taking a chance. Here's Leggett onto Sanders. Has he got one moment in him before the break? It's good feet from Sanders. Onto Mackenzie. And that's nice. Quickly moved on to Mason, who's
He's just muscled out of it. Well, he's won a corner.
Yeah, he did really, really well. He did really, really well, Brandon Mason. Worked hard, lost out the first physical battle, won the second one.
One or two unhappy fans around about the decision.
Yeah, but, well, I know why, because Farnham created two of their best chances of the game and scored their goal from a corner kick. That was on the other side.
This time it's Sanders over the ball and Taylor on the edge. Another in-swinger, perhaps. That's what it is from Sanders. And it wasn't well dealt with, and Stepney has a chance. Still not really dealt with. Mackenzie's in there. And Farnham might have felt they should have got a better effort at goal.
It's good from Leggett.
Sanders for Taylor. Looking to weave his way around the outside in the end.
Didn't have a great deal of options, Taylor.
Out by Smith. And back with Farnham. We've still got a few minutes to try and go into the break ahead. Dean for Jackson. Dean wants it back. Across the face from Dean. Jackson might have another chance to go for this. Liddell contests.
Sanders wants it.
Here is Sanders, and he's looking to thread it through for Dean. He had to play it with pace to get through those bodies, and Dean can take it in his stride.
Nice few moments there for Farnham again.
I think Paul Johnson will be relatively pleased as he speaks to them at half-time.
I think both managers will see where the goals are going to come from. The only disappointing thing for Paul Johnson will be that they're not 1-0 up. That's a poor pass. Again, Farnham Town have been poor with those passes, been sloppy.
Liddell was late there. He's going to go into the book for that.
Yeah, that's the expected Liddell yellow card.
Yeah, he's not shy in those incidents.
I reckon I've seen him pick up 20 over the years in exactly the same way. A charge down clearance, about half a second too late. That one more towards the second, didn't it?
Jackson getting that out of danger. Liddell going up.
It's a
Not
nice touch.
sure how much that was intended, but it was brought down nicely. And that's given away cheaply. And Mackenzie couldn't capitalise.
It's poor from Mackenzie.
Almost as if he was surprised that he was presented with that possession. Dixon.
Robinson's got a bit of space if he can be found.
They're looking for that ball again into that channel.
Mason
Dean's
does well.
battling for it. Drops for Smith. He's a man they'll look to get more involved.
It's a nice touch.
No one offering support in a wide area until Dixon arrives. He's allowed time to cross. It's another good delivery. And it's off the bar. And it's in, but a free kick's been given for a push from the initial header.
The whistle went. Farnham stopped.
Did look like a push. And not been realised by the announcer.
Stadium announcer wasn't watching.
No. Sanders, can they catch Dorchester napping in the aftermath of that disallowed goal? Not too many complaints from Dorchester.
No.
Parker it was with the foul.
It was Robinson who turned it in. Jack Dean steps forward.
And he's got Owen Dean.
It's a nice ball.
And he's challenged by Dixon. Liddell's in the centre, Sanders on the edge. Still Dean. And it's behind both of them. just to calmly play their way out and then look for Fogden. Another battle won in the air by Jack Dean, though.
That's where they need movement, Farnham.
Mackenzie.
That's a good ball. It's just over here. It was the right pass. It was the right pass. It's not been a vintage display by the players in the middle for Farnham Town.
Yeah, you've not really seen their passing range. It's not been that sort of game, has it?
That was a great opportunity to show it off.
Yeah, he's certainly shown off his scoring ability this season, Matt Mackenzie. Here he is again. 3 minutes signalled by the official down below us for added time. I think both teams probably happy enough to get into that break.
Yeah, I think so.
Momentum's been shifting one way and the other. Farnham probably just edged it, you'd say.
Yeah, I don't think there's been much between either side. Both teams have had good chances away from the goals they've scored. That's a nice touch.
Looking for Robinson. And then Jackson gets it out. And then Dean for Jackson again. A dangerous swipe and then Leggett contested it.
That's good.
It's broken very kindly for Matt Mackenzie, who again has got to pick out the right pass here. Dean through the middle. Sanders and Mason both on the left, and Sanders looks to push it through for Mason. And they've just not come off those sort of passes today. Flooded forward again in good speed, Farnham. Plenty of bodies forward.
Just felt like Mackenzie took slightly too long to make a decision as to where he was going to pass. He had a horde of options right of him and left of him. Maybe he just took a touch that slowed him down, slowed the momentum of the move, and meant that Farnham couldn't break away at pace that they wanted to. But again, Farnham winning the ball back in midfield has been a theme.
That's what Matt Mackenzie is good at. So the last few moments of a half that started disastrously for Farnham, but has improved since. And they're looking to get Dean involved.
Those are the ones you need your strikers to hold up.
That's a useful ball like that into Parker, who gets it back and has a chance to dig one out here. That's a catch. Waller out, and the flag's up. It's another disallowed goal. This time, Oliver Haste, thinking he'd given Dorchester the lead.
It was a brilliant ball across. Tapped in at the back post, but the linesman was decisive.
Well, Farnham have survived 2 moments towards the end of this first half. Dean, you wondered if he could just flick that through to Liddle.
Decision making.
Yeah.
The delivery has been excellent, Dorchester, especially from this right hand side.
Yeah, Parker's got a bit of class about him, hasn't he? Robinson manages to fend off Stepney and Mason and win a free kick, and the last thing Farnham want to see is another cross coming in from this part of the pitch.
Yeah, great opportunity for Dorchester to crush the spirits of Farnham Town just before the half.
And it's Corby Moore who's been given the responsibility.
Probably the last action of the half.
It's another decent delivery. And Smith. And then Taylor manages to get his foot in and then out by Mackenzie. On by
Nice
Sanders, and if there's time, Farnham could break away.
Mackenzie's going to get that.
Just gets a touch on it. And that is the end of a very interesting first half, where we've seen both teams breach the opposition defence. First Joe Parker for Dorchester, and then Jordan Stepney from the corner for Farnham Town. And we will be back with you for the second half, as it is Dorchester Town 1, Farnham Town 1.
Right, I think we're back. Go for it. Right, we are back.
Right.
500 people stayed with us.
I was going to shout Big Wist's name.
Andrew Lewis is about to walk out.
There you go.
But the players have walked out,
Absolutely filled my boots and I buffed it.
and the man to my right has enjoyed some chicken dippers. Anything else of note?
Sausage rolls, Scotch eggs, a few egg and cress, a few cheese, a few
It's a long list.
ham and mustard, handful of crisps, some chat, and some shaking hands.
I'm looking forward to KFC after the game.
Yeah. Wow.
Only a 3-piece though.
Yeah, keep it light. Well, thanks for joining us again. We're stood up after sitting down for the first 45 minutes. We're stood up for the second. We're expecting a bit more from Farnham Town. They reacted to the goal they conceded very, very well, and hopefully can grab a winner here at the Avenue Stadium. Is it the Avenue Stadium? It's like that, isn't it? Not sure about that name. Great ground, not sure about the name. The Avenue.
Well, either way, we are back underway, and Farnham, as they invariably are unchanged, coming out for the second half, and that's nicely into Owen Dean. The first action of this second half is Jackson looking to get Farnham on their way, and this time it's through Liddell. And Jackson continues his run. Liddell wins an early corner in this second 45, and the Farnham fans have moved behind that goal.
Yeah, nice work from Liddell and Jackson. Force an early corner. Farnham have caused problems every time they've had set pieces in these areas. Goal obviously came from it with Jordan Stepney header. Missing Ryan Kinane though. If you're tuning in, Captain Kinane sat at home ill. Oh, he is going to be doing some defending. He's man marking the toilet.
Another delivery from Taylor. Another one that's not really dealt with convincingly by Dorchester, but they do win the free kick for the foul. It's a full slate of non-league action today.
It's a funny one, isn't it? The non-league players have got normal jobs, expected to play twice in 48 hours, but the boys who do this full time for the Premier League, they don't ever really seem to do this.
Jackson went with his foot, as did Jack Dean, and it's picked up by Smith.
It's a full bank of Dorchester fans behind Zaki Waller's goal.
Here's Smith. Straight back to Haste, and that went out of play. Dean only as far as Smith. Sloppy from Corby Moore.
Farnham do have options on the bench this afternoon. Imran Uche back in action. Great Evans obviously scored the penalty late on Saturday. Obi as well, yet to get off the mark in competitive Farnham colours. That's a nice ball.
One for Joe Jackson to watch. The sun was in his eyes. That might be an issue defensively to Farnham in this half. We saw a few of them wincing there as they looked up to where the ball was coming from.
And Ben Purcell as well, always looking forward. Passes, he will be on the bench too. So plenty of options for Farnham.
Yeah, even though it's only 4 options, they're all very valid ones, very viable ones. That's given away to Sanders.
That's a poor touch.
Picked up by Mackenzie, and he's released Sanders again. And it's 4-on-4 if Farnham can get this right. And they've got Leggett arriving too.
It's a nice touch. Oh, it's
Sanders.
an underhit pass. It's a very, very poor pass, very unlike Sanders.
Jack Dean got lucky with that ricochet, and then Jackson went in. And again, Dean as well. In the end, it's pumped forward towards Parker. What an opportunity that was.
As good an opportunity as you'll see for Farnham going forward. That was a wasted chance. Did everything right. Carried the ball forward nicely. Checked back inside. It was the right pass. It's under hit.
Well, these players are going from surface to surface, aren't they? From game to game. From the grass to the artificial. Jackson wins it for Farnham there.
That's beautiful.
That's lovely work from Jackson. Even the home fans applaud that.
That's a lovely ball too.
Little.
Isolating his defender.
Adam Little gets a shot off. And it's another one that's right down the keeper's throat.
Better from Farnham. Faster movement from back to front. Beautiful work from Joe Jackson.
Dorchester take a chance playing out from the back.
Little does need to be careful though on a yellow card.
Here's Booze. Encouraged to drive forward. And if this game might become a bit more stretched as both teams look for all 3 points. That's one picked up by Fogden. Another pass that's not found its mark.
Wow, got away with it though, Farnham.
Here's Taylor. It's another instance where they've got numbers. And that's a nice ball into Leggett. And it's fired in by Leggett! For his first Farnham Town goal!
It was a brilliant move, and we've talked about it for the last 50 or so minutes. Farnham Town haven't made the right decisions going forward. That time they did. And Tom Leggett gets himself off the mark, bombed forward. It's a great strike inside the post and in. Farnham Town go 2-1 up, and I have to say, it's been coming.
Loose pass is being punished. But how fortunate was that ball from
Jordan Stepney got intercepted and found Bobby Joe Taylor.
Taylor got the weight of his pass perfect, and Tom Leggett.
It was a great strike. Really, really sweet strike. You know, it was probably caught slightly in two minds whether or not to cross the ball to Owen Dean. We've seen a few times in the last couple of games where Farnham have made that wrong decision, not gone for goal, and that was a great example of making the right one, smashing it towards the back stick, and then it went. I do hate these goals because it doesn't look so nice when it does hit the inside of the post, but it did go in, just about. Lovely finish.
Yeah, when you fire it across the face like that, you've got so many ways you can score, haven't you? It could be palmed out by the goalkeeper.
That's good. Ooh! Didn't feel like a foul again. Strength there from Matt McKenzie.
Farnham fans now are the ones teasing the opposition. Have come from behind to take the lead. Got to stay switched on defensively, which Jack Dean looks to do. He was beaten in the air, felt he was fouled. Farnham get it away. Taylor. And Jackson into Taylor. Helped on for McKenzie. Now Mason. Can Farnham make this advantage count and start to get a stranglehold on the game?
It's a totally different feel to the game now.
Jackson looking for Owen Dean. And the ball did just hold up there.
Yeah, we saw it in the first half. Exactly the same situation for Dorchester when they do punt it down into that area. Ball just flicks itself up a bit, holds up. Finally making the most of it there with Joe Jackson.
Here's Taylor. Now Mason. Confident footwork from Mason. Now Stepney. Oh, and Leggett missed this kick, and that's fallen kindly for Taylor. And he's
What's a ball?
almost got Adam Liddle in.
Oh, and Liddle, he's
Going to be sent off. Well, there was a bit of a wrestling match taking place in the box. And Liddell has been given his marching orders. Referee was quick to make that decision. And no sooner are Farnham Town a goal to the good, they're now at a man disadvantage, and that has changed the complexion of this game. He did say Harry needed to be careful.
It was a really poor decision. It was unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. Gave the referee no real decision to make. It was such an obvious one.
And he's fired up there, Adam Liddell. Not even a glance at him from Paul Johnson or Jimmy Hibbert. Liddell given the nod today.
Such a good chance as well. No striker's really imposed himself to be a starter every week. Liddell, I think, had a really good game up until then. He always puts himself in danger with those closing down yellow cards.
Dixon releases Parker, and he stands one up, and it's deflected, and it's behind for a corner, and now the momentum shift in Dorchester's favour. Corby Moore goes over to take. Seeing Farnham score from this corner in the first half. Referee just got some more sorting out to do. Everybody back for Farnham. It's floated in high. Almost met by Robinson. Comes out for Dixon. They'll look for Moore again. Stabbed in by Moore. Robinson gets it onto his right. Mason gives away another corner.
Just such a different feel to this game already. One silly incident. Turned on a dime. Felt like it was one-way traffic only 3 minutes ago. And now Farnham have got to play over half an hour with 10.
It's another floated one. Comes out to Fogden. He's beaten Jackson and he's whipped one in. Away by Dean. And then away by Mackenzie. And there's nobody to pick up those balls now for Farnham, with one fewer forward on the pitch.
Yeah, you can see sub for, I don't know, you could see like a Gray Evans maybe to hold the ball up front, but probably more likely to get a body back into midfield, like a Purcell or a Imran Uche. You could see Daryl Sanders being the player to be sacrificed.
It's been a game of unnecessary mistakes from Farnham, both ends. But they do have the lead. And they have possession now with Leggett, who put them in front. Sanders just
Nice
plays
ball.
that down the line. Dean will get there.
Really
Dean
nicely done.
wants the corner and gets it.
It was clever play from Sanders, he was going nowhere. Forced Owen Dean to do some running, and he obliged.
We'll see how many Farnham push forward for this set piece.
It's just such an odd feeling. Felt so in control. Is there anyone warming up for Farnham Town? Yeah, it's Gray Evans, Imran Uche and Ogo Obi. Can't see Ben Purcell. Obi probably the player going through his paces the most.
So, Bobby Joe Taylor
these are the opportunities that Farnham need to now make the most of.
Dean was going up. Stepney lets it drop. Back out to Taylor. And Dorchester catch Farnham out here.
They're flying.
Because
They're
they've
flying.
got a man through the middle. And it was under hit.
It was a good tackle. It was a good tackle from Daryl Sanders. It was a tackle that needed to be made. That's what Farnham need to be so careful of.
Yeah, they committed men forward. There was always the risk at the other end that he might get exposed. Just trying to nudge it through to Smith, who made the run through the middle.
Yeah, they were bombing forward, weren't they? They had two options. One player kind of made his run too early, was offside, but Smith was actually flying through. And that tackle was a classic professional yellow card. It was a really good tackle.
Another chance for Moore to deliver. It's floated towards the back post. And it's met by a Dorchester head. And now Fogden. Still going. A low cross, not dealt with this time. And the foul is on Stepney.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
That just buys Farnham a bit of respite.
And probably some thinking time for Paul Johnson too. He's definitely going to have to change something. It's about what that is.
Yeah, lots of games going on today. Walton and Hersham lead at Gosport 2-0. Uxbridge are also down to 10 men, but they lead at Chertsey 3-2.
Wow, cracking game.
Not too far from here, Wimborne 0, Weymouth 0. Arundine tried to flick that through for Sanders.
Gone to a midfield three for the moment, with Sanders kind of joining Owen Dean up front. It's a nice ball.
Gone by Dixon to Parker.
Ben Purcell is ready. I imagine this will be for Daryl Sanders based on the shape change.
Also going to see Charlie Wooding for Dorchester. He's replacing Matthew Boots. It is going to be Daryl Sanders withdrawn as Ben Purcell enters the field.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Purcell gives you a bit more rattiness in the middle. Going to need that for the next half an hour as Farnham defend the lead. Be interesting to see how Farnham set up here. Whether they're going to go 4-4-1 with Purcell and Taylor as the sort of wide players. Sort of a narrow four in the middle. Or
Looks that way initially.
yeah, whether or not that's just for this goal kick.
Nobody running beyond Owen Dean, of course, for those flick-ons now. It's Fogden for Robinson. He's tracked down by Mason. Now Spetch. And I feel they can be relatively patient, Dorchester. With Dixon here.
They've got plenty of time, Dorchester, that's for sure.
Dixon again. Awkward one for Jackson, who's happy to head behind for a corner.
Yeah, probably the right decision. Didn't quite know what was behind him.
Opportunity again from the corner. Both teams have had plenty of them. Bobby Joe Taylor does stay forward for Farnham this time, unlike the latest set piece. It's a high one. Waller came and tried to make contact. Dean looking for Taylor. Not quite enough on it to reach his teammate. Now Moore. Mackenzie wins it back and is happy to just knock that out and play down the line. Farnham penned in for the moment.
Looks like it will be more of a 4-3-1-1. Bobby Joe just playing off Owen Dean, looking for the counter-attacking options.
Dixon keeps going and keeps going. He's worked it all the way across here to Haste. And now Moore. Haste again, crossing opportunity. Stands one up. Robinson with a little push on Stepney there. Kept in by Smith. His delivery out by Stepney.
Yeah, well dealt with by Jordan Stepney. Farnham an opportunity to get up here. It's going to be a resolute defensive performance for the next 25 or so minutes. It's going to need to be. They may get chances on the counter-attack, but you feel like Dorchester are going to have all of the ball here against the 10 men of Farnham.
Here's Wright, and now Fogden for Moore.
That's a nice
Into
pass.
Smith. He's found Robinson. He's looking to turn Stepney. Dean helped his centre-back partner out, and Leggett got it away. Owen Dean challenging for it, and he was caught quite high, and that's going to produce a card for Harvey Wright. Owen Dean did really well.
It was a poor tackle, wasn't it? It was high, but Owen Dean did well.
It's a follow-through, really, wasn't it?
Hands to my right, not so happy with that booking, not sure what you expected the referee to do about it. Not happy at all.
Not cute.
No. Interesting to see what the next sub will be for Farnham Town.
Smith
That's nicely done round the corner.
for Parker.
That's a nice ball.
It's the substitute Wooding that's chasing it down. Waller came out and headed away.
Does well there, Waller. Alive to the danger. Good decision.
Smith. Works through to Haste. He's forced to cut inside by Leggett, who wins it back. Can Farnham do anything in these circumstances with Mason?
Can't lose it there.
Held up there by Robinson. He wants the free kick and gets it, and he's probably relieved to hear that whistle.
Yeah, he kind of ran out of ideas and ran out of what was in front of him. And Robinson's athletic and has done so well all game so far to get up and down.
Joe Jackson doesn't want to do anything too hasty. Here's Dean looking for Owen Dean. Picked up by Taylor and kept in by Taylor. Just looking to drift inside.
The next sub will be Ogo Obi for Farnham Town.
Here comes Dixon. He's still got plenty left in the tank, the Dorchester defender. And he's won a free kick off Purcell. Which Purcell pleads his innocence for. Another crossing position.
It's been an inundation on Zachy Waller's 6-yard box.
Every credit to Farnham without Canane up to now dealing with these moments. Bar 1 or 2 disallowed goals. They were from open play. This is another set piece into that area. And Waller gets down to make the save. And then
Does really well.
Gets hold of the ball.
Does really well. Makes an excellent save. And then gets hold of it.
And he looks for Dean. Dean trying to use his body to
Does really well, Owen Dean.
possession. And he does so.
Really good.
Jackson for Leggett. Farnham would love a spell of possession to take a bit of pressure off. This time Taylor the target of Waller's ball forward. There's more into Wooding.
Really good again from Matt McKenzie. Really good.
And it's won back clearly, and Dean has seen the keeper off his line. He had options, went for goal.
I don't mind that. Poor execution. And that's what Matt McKenzie's so good at, winning that ball back, contesting everything.
Well, that's the end of Thomas Smith's afternoon. He's replaced by Luke Pardo. And we'll see who Obi replaces.
Fun, we've gone 15 minutes so far with few worries. Obviously, Zachy Waller just made a good save, but set pieces are not really one that the player disadvantage makes much of a difference on.
Fogden. Now Spetch, and now it's worked out to Harvey Wright. Farnham again, settled into their shape, not allowing any gaps.
Dixon's got himself into a different position, hasn't he? Sort of playing a bit further forward than he was, now that Dorchester can have a bit more time on the ball. He's right out on that far side.
Patience again from Dorchester with Dixon, and on to Pardo with the fresh legs. Stepney heads it away. Purcell will contest it, and there's Leggett. Stepney taking no chances, and it will come again from Fogden.
Plenty more of this to watch.
Substitutes combine with Wooding, and now Dixon again. Positivity again from Dixon. Out to Wright. Moved on to Fogden.
Nice move.
Robinson. Looked like it might have opened up for him. Here's Robinson again, and he lets fly. Robinson trying his luck from the left hand side and cutting in.
That's a poor kick from Zachy Waller.
And given away to Fogden. I'm still yet to make that change with Obi. And here's Purcell. Dorchester have it again.
No respite for this Farnham Town team.
Jackson wins it back. Dean going in. Dorchester emerge with it again. Man advantage is really telling. With Dixon. And now
It's nice.
it's back with Fogden. Harvey Wright. Fogden providing the run around the outside. Cross comes in. Stepney didn't get a meaningful clearance on it.
I don't think he would have got a call. Didn't need to do what he did.
Here's Robinson. Doesn't want to be in those predicaments there. Mackenzie with Robinson coming at him. That's gone wide for a corner.
Just got the right side of Brandon Mason. Looked dicey for a minute. But it's going to be a continuation of the aerial onslaught on Zaki Waller's goal here. Farnham still got Obi ready beneath us.
And they've got 15 minutes plus added time to hold on.
We're probably looking at 20.
Floated in right on top of the goalkeeper.
It's a phenomenal ball in.
Fogden. Shooting chance here maybe for Dixon. He obliges. And if Owen Dean can get hold of it, Farnham could have caught Dorchester really high up the pitch. Purcell causing a few oohs and ahs.
That's close.
Right, with the cushion header, and away by Dean. Purcell is just not tall enough to gather that.
Farnham need to get back into their shape.
Floated forward again towards right. And then away by Dean, had to time that properly. Well, when Dean went down, referee says get on with it. I think Farnham wanted to make the change then and there. Dorchester will come again with Colby Moore.
They've got a man over on this side.
And it's Harvey Wright, as it so often has been in the last few minutes. Robinson again coming in to have a go from distance, and it's another one right down the centre of the goal. Waller just whacks it up the field. Can't really fault Farnham's defensive work so far.
It's been resolute. I said it had to be. That's great from Brandon Mason.
Into Taylor. Gotta be careful not to overplay it. But they've got good footballers out there, Farnham. Owen Dean.
That's
with
nice.
A lovely touch for Taylor. Purcell making a run.
Farnham lose the ball.
Owen Dean furious. Jack Dean wins the header. Leggett has time. And he's got Owen Dean onside here. Purcell's in the centre. And Dean couldn't pick him out. It is a corner, but Purcell was in acres.
He was in acres of space. All it needed was a half good cross.
Still they wait for the Obi change. They're not going to do it by the looks of it until after this corner.
Owen's obviously such a threat in the box, in the air. This is the first time the ball has gone out for about 4 or 5 minutes. About 78 played.
Yeah, Bobby Joe Taylor's delivery has been good today.
Got to be careful though of the counter-attack. Saw it in the last.
It's another ball this time. It's gathered by Josie Casagrande.
I need to get back into that shape again.
Colby Moore. Out to Haste. Robinson is playing as a bona fide number 9 now. Given those Farnham centre-backs a different problem to deal with. He's the target there. Dean met the header.
A lot of tired Farnham bodies. Not only playing with 10 men, but playing with 10 men after playing 48 hours ago. in a gruelling game that went to the 90th minute, as this will too.
Farnham that time were chasing the point. This time they're defending 3. Mason for Leggett, who at the moment is the match winner. That was another tired ball from Mason. Parker onto his left. Drags it wide.
Now the subs, 2 of which are coming from Farnham Town, 1 which coming from Dorchester. Just over 10 to go.
It's Brooklyn Gerasini coming on for Dorchester. For Harvey Wright. And you've got Imran Uche and Ogo Obi both coming on, 2 summer arrivals for Farnham Town. Owen Dean has...
I think he's had an excellent second half, Owen Dean. I don't think he quite got into the game in the first half, bar a few nice flick-ons, but second half he's held the ball up well, ran the channels at important times.
Coming on number 17.
Well, Mackenzie the other.
Imran Uche.
Yeah, and you'd imagine Uche will be given a similar job to Mackenzie. Try and break up the play in the middle of the pitch. Mackenzie in no rush. As the clock ticks into the last 10 minutes.
More of an aerial presence as well. Imran Uche, 6'5". Not played a huge amount of minutes for Farnham. Having got injured at Cobham away. But he will be the target of this long ball. Obi, fresh legs up there as well, looking for his first competitive Farnham goal.
Into Parker. He's come away with it.
tackle
Leggett wins it back well. And he's looking to play into the channel for Obi.
That's a nice
He
touch.
uses his strength.
That's never a foul. Just felt like he misread the bounce of the ball, the number 3.
Encouragement for Dorchester. Floated only to Mason. And then Dean with the header, and then Uche just swipes it away. And now Jackson can look to get Obi involved again.
Got to find Obi's feet. Nice
Throw
run.
in to Farnham.
Tom Legg, I think he's been excellent again. Central midfield, again, not a brilliant first half from a passing point of view. Obviously, currently the match winner. I think he's defended brilliantly too, Tom Leggett.
It's been by no means an easy task to keep Dorchester at bay. The only goal coming from the freak mistake. This is a team that put 3 past Walton and Hersham. But their chances have been limited, especially in the second half, especially against 10 men. Farnham's defensive shape has been superb, but there's still plenty of time.
Just got to make sure Farnham, the clearances find Obi can get them up the field. Because this is where the men over come for Dorchester.
Another float across, and that one it's too close to Waller.
Sent forward.
Aimed at Obi again.
That's much better.
To win a throw in.
Much better forward play. Good kick from Zaki Waller.
We're going to see Brett Pittman.
Coming on for Dorchester, number 10. Brett Pittman, replacing number 11.
And that's the end of Wayne Robinson's afternoon. Certainly ran Mason ragged in the first half, or at least tried to, didn't he, Robinson?
I thought he's been one of the best, certainly one of the most exciting players on the pitch. He's made things happen. Brett Pittman, a totally different player, totally different build, but just as dangerous in a totally different way. Don't want to give him shooting space.
Yeah, he's been decent.
Forward by Stepney. Obi challenges. And here's the first touch for Pittman.
Very
Cushion
capable Pittman.
for Pardo. Now Moore, and there's space for Dixon. He'll cross early, and the touch from Pittman. Met by Jordan Stepney. And then up by Mason towards Obi. How can he relieve some pressure? Well, he's
good.
done very well there.
Really,
Obi.
really good.
And he's got Purcell in the middle with him. It's still Obi. Leggett arriving. Obi holds on. Maybe held on too long. But great work initially from him.
Farnham finally up the pitch for the first time in 20 minutes or so.
Mason and Leggett exchanging passes. No flag. Mason again. This is exactly where Farnham want it. Taylor. And that's bounced off him and out for a Dorchester throw, but nice moments there for Farnham.
Yeah, really, really good. It's exactly what Ogo Obi's been sent on to do. Hold the ball, run into the channels, make a nuisance of yourself. You just thought maybe you could pull it back for Leggett, have a swipe at it. But he ran the clock down for 30 seconds or so. It's exactly what he's been sent on to do.
Will there be one more chance for Dorchester?
I think there'll be a few. 10 to go.
Here they come with the substitutes combining again. This time it's Haste. That's a loose ball, and that's picked up on by Obi. Obi can carry it forward.
What is he doing?
He's left it for Mason, who eventually caught wind of that. Mason takes a
Dawdling
couple
on
of
the ball.
touches.
That's good though.
Uche. I've got to manage this. Just had to avoid giving away the foul there. Obi, which he did. Here comes Corby Moore. What have Dorchester got left?
Big size here in the press box. Been resolute defending so far from Farnham since the red card to Adam Liddell about 10 minutes into this second half, just after Farnham took the lead via Tom Leggett.
Haste.
Huge test of the fitness 48 hours after the last game that went to the wire.
In it goes. And it's another useful one, and it's another good claim by Waller.
Yeah, a really good claim. This 8-second rule though really does speed the goalkeeper up and the game. Nice defending there by Dixon.
Met by Uche, and onto it is Leggett.
Nice pass too.
Taylor. They won't try anything too fancy, Farnham. Leggett. Now Jackson. Right place, right time. Onto Purcell, and Jackson almost latched onto it. He's still going to get another go. He's got Obi. Obi up against Dixon. Obi past Dixon.
Great tackle.
And he had
Great
to time
tackle.
that to absolute perfection.
Did so well, Obi, to get past him, but it's a brilliant lunging tackle. Got the ball cleanly. But he faced him up. Obi beat him and just got back at it.
One by Purcell. Now Uche. Uche chasing.
Just over 5 to go, if you include added time.
Haste. Floated forward. And all the way through. And Zaki Waller will eat up some more time. Farnham are nearly there. Felt like a real uphill task. It was an early red card in the second half. probably say you're quite surprised at how few chances there have been for Dorchester since then.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And the crowd's quiet in response to Farnham's excellent defending. But they've got more to do as Pardo has a go. Drops for Ben Purcell now, and Obi is in his own half, so he's onside. And he's got it here, and the referee has let this go. It's Ogo Obi to finish it.
What a chance. What a chance for Farnham Town. Ben Purcell bust a gut to get forward. Should score, really. Ogo Obi did get a shot off, did test the goalkeeper, but you want to see that wheel away in front of the Farnham Town fans for 3 points. But Farnham do get a corner, and they've left about 20 players back.
6 added minutes indicated by the officials.
What a chance. What a chance. It's his strength, though. He's caused so many problems since coming on. Ogo Obi.
What a moment that would have been if he could have secured all 3 points.
I mean, it's a great save.
Referee indicates warning number 6.
That was poor. That was really poor from Farnham Town's midfield duo.
And they're running backwards now. Out it goes to Pittman. Cushioned for Pardo.
Can't let Pittman go. He's free in the box.
Fogden. Away by Stepney as far as Dixon.
This is horrible to watch. Not going to make any bones about it.
Now Moore. That was rather aimless, really, from Genesini. Farnham get the decision.
Really, really good between those two out there. Uche and Mason. That will bleed the clock another 30 seconds or so. About 5 left in this. And there will be a roar from the press box if we can get this one over the line. It would be some weekend.
Uche goes down and the referee lets it go as Obi is in the clear again. He's got another chance to secure all 3 points. And it's Obi around the goalkeeper. Still Obi. And he's done it!
What a solo goal! What a moment! Farnham Town are going to get out of here with 3 points. And that is some finish. Took his time, Ogo Obi. And he gets off the mark for Farnham Town.
Well, look at those celebrations behind the goal. That's what it means.
Just too strong. And the winning mentality continues for Farnham Town.
You saw Bobby Joe Taylor sticking it to the Dorchester goalkeeper there as he went through to celebrate. But what a moment after snatching that point on Saturday. The message was if you get 3 points on Monday, then that becomes a good point. And that is what it's become.
Still moments left in this game. Still need to concentrate, but very, very few minutes left, and the Dorchester fans are starting to leave the stadium. Now it's about concentration for Farnham Town.
Wow.
He just looked like he'd done too much. Ogo Obi went round the goalkeeper, then decided to do one more player before swiping it into the bottom corner.
Well, 4 points from these 2 games in 48 hours would have been absolutely the order of the day before a ball was kicked.
Imran Uche having to go off the pitch. Not sure what that incident was all about. But the bus home to Farnham will be raucous if they can hold on to this lead, which they should from here.
Jackson going in strong. Obi wants another.
In the channel.
Just going to hold on to it. There go Obi.
Done really well, the Dorchester player.
Just a couple of minutes now from
Can't give him a sniff.
Taylor wins his battle. Looking for Uche. Purcell making up good ground here.
Sensible. Very sensible. The difference between being 3-1 and 2-1 up there.
Farnham get the throw, and they're going to see this out. And there won't be many more satisfying away wins in the last couple of years than this.
God, it didn't feel like it was going to feel like this after Adam Little was given his marching orders.
Well, even after Waller's mistake in the first half.
Feels a long, long time ago. Down the end, we just saw the celebrations with new man Ogo Obi, who has caused a huge amount of trouble for this Dorchester defence. One-on-one, he's just had them every single time.
He's certainly shown his value. As Joe Jackson lets that run. Now probably in the final couple of minutes.
And the away fans are in good voice. They'll have enjoyed their trip down the south coast, and they'll enjoy their trip back with 3 points. And 11 total points after 5 games. More than 2 points a game, which was always the target if you want to be up and around it. So far so good for Paul Johnson's men. And I'm going to enjoy my time in the boardroom after this. But the buffet was very good, apparently.
Might be nothing left.
Sound like there might not be.
Foul against Purcell. Paul Johnson being serenaded.
Obi, yellow carded for not stepping away from the free kick in time. It's a yellow card he will take.
Dixon. His
Brilliant.
cross blocked, and that just sums up how well Farnham defended. Not only does it go out, but it goes out for a Farnham throw.
Sums it up for Dorchester's second half efforts, which have been lacklustre considering the man advantage. And that is it.
Farnham Town found themselves behind, but they've come back in superb fashion, not only to get in front, but to survive that second half with 10 men for most of it. And the final score is Dorchester Town 1, Farnham Town 3.
Please do give this a like, subscribe, drop a comment on whatever platform you're watching this on. Thank you so much for watching. Over 600 of you on YouTube. God knows how many of you on X as well. Farnham Town get out of here with 3 points and sit nicely towards the top end of the table after 5 games. Thank you for watching. We'll see you very soon.